Alright, welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today, let's talk Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 2 predictions. Alright guys, like the review I did just before this video, there's not going to be a lot of editing, or at least I'm going to try to, unless I screw something up major or I'm thinking about something. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'll be making a video and I'm like, wait a minute, you know what? There was that one scene, and then I'll think for a few seconds, and I like to cut that out. Other than that, I'm pretty much just cutting out dry air if I'm thinking about something, especially in the predictions video, because my mind will wander and I'll be like, no, that is a better prediction. But anyway, we're going to run through these predictions. Again, it's going to be a raw video, most likely unedited, because I got so much going on today, tomorrow, the day after. A lot. I mean, damn, my plate is filled. Anyway, let's get right into this. So, Fear the Walking Dead. Episode 1 was a little weak for a preview, for a premiere. However, like I said in the review, I give them credit because they didn't force anything in here that was out of place just so it was, you know, an intense premiere episode. Again, I did enjoy it. There are problems with some of the characters, and you might be asking, this isn't a review, so why are we going on like this? Well, here it is. It's because if you look at the pacing and the characters and the kind of that type of storytelling for Season 1, then you look at what happened in Episode 1 of Season 2, we're starting to see a little pattern. Now you add that to the previews we got, and I just feel like it laid out the season before us a little too much, a little too clean, and maybe a little too predictable. I'm hoping they're going to prove me wrong. I'm really hoping they're going to prove me wrong. Again, this isn't a negative thing. It just feels like the writing at this moment, I'm not anticipating any sudden surprises or shift in story. I feel like we kind of know right now where they're going with this. And what do I mean by that is, first off, when they showed off Season 2 and Abigail, they let two things drop that they can't hide. They need to show us, you know. But it spoils, not spoils, but it tells us so much of what's coming this season. One, we're probably spending the entire season on Abigail. Why? Look at it. Not only did they throw away continuity and they picked a boat that is not the boat they showed us in Season 1, it's two completely different boats. The boat they showed us in Season 1 at the end was way bigger, it looked like. There was layers and, you know, decks and all that types of shit. This one looks smaller, this one looks cooler, I'll give you that. But they disrupted the continuity to give us a different boat. Not only that, but they're also filming in some kind of special water area where the Titanic filmed. You know, I guess it's like a massive swimming pool. I could be totally wrong. But they're filming somewhere where the Titanic filmed. And no TV show was ever filmed there before. Now, what does that tell us? Well, that tells us, obviously, if they're going to go through the trouble of doing that, that's not just a filming area they're going to be at for a couple days, a couple episodes. This most likely is going to be the entirety of Season 2. At this time, I would not be surprised if we stayed on Abigail and docked off at a couple places throughout the entire season. And that, as cool as it seems at first, I'm afraid that's going to get a little repetitive. Now, I'll tell you right now, I like the visuals at the beach. I like the visuals of the boat and of the water, and I do think that was a good idea. However, I really think the storytelling needs to step it up with the tension, with the suspense, than it already has. I do not feel like it is cranked up the way it should be, especially on a show like this. Now let's get into some more predictions. So we know that most of the season is going to take place on the boat and on the ocean. And we also know that at the end of Episode 1, there was that other boat, the mystery boat, who were going to be hunting them down. I don't believe this is going to pop off in Episode 2. I could be totally wrong and they can surprise us, but I think possibly we should be seeing the airplane crash soon. Flight 462. We can't stall that any longer, because if we keep stalling on getting to that airplane crash, it's going to become more unrealistic. Because keep in mind, that plane crashed when they were first put into the lockdown. And they were in the lockdown for what, 10 days? Was it 10 or 11 days? So the airplane crashed almost 2 weeks has gone by, because you get the lockdown, and then you get those 2 or 3 days that are passing where they're at Strands, they left Strands, and then they're on the boat for a day or two. You see what I'm saying? So it's borderlining unrealistic now. 2 whole weeks. I'm very curious to see how they're going to explain that to make up for that gap. Because here's the thing that throws a wrench in it. The girl who survives the plane crash, Charlie, she is right next to the walkers from the plane crash. This isn't something where they just find her, and that would be cool if they just found her and she was surviving. That's fine. But they find her with the luggage, with the passengers. It looks like the passengers. They even show Chris walking up to the damn plane that's still burnt out and crashed. So there's some problems there. Anyway, because what did she do? She crashed there and she hid for 2 weeks. What did she eat? How did she survive? I'm hoping they explain all that. But anyway, also, we're going to do a breakdown video probably tomorrow or the day after of all the trailers we got so far. We're going to piece them together. This is just a prediction video in general. No images most likely. But moving on, the next thing I do want to talk about is stopping for supplies. So they're on a boat. They only have so many supplies. Obviously, they're going to stop. Now, we do see them stopping and picking up a kid, and we see other things happening. And we got the plane crash girl Charlie. We got the kid they grab. We do see people with guns. We see Travis fighting people. So they're making these supply stops running into people. I don't know if it's all at once or maybe it's broken down throughout the episodes. But next we're going to have a power struggle. This is clear, and I don't know where they're going to take this, because they show us Danny saying we don't need Strand. But then they show Strand on the satellite phone saying, I'm coming. So is he trying to get to somebody? Is that going to be a surprise? And if he is, I really wish they would have just left that out of the teaser. I think that's just too much. So that leads us to our next prediction. What is Strand's secret? Does he not have one, and that's just him talking to somebody like Nick? Maybe Nick was on the beach and he's like, oh shit, we got trouble, and Strand's like, I'm coming. Would he even do that? I don't know. But he seems to like Nick, you know. Now we gotta wonder, what is his secret? Who is he going to get? Who is he going for? There's conflict with the people when they're doing the supply drops. There's that internal conflict. And I'm missing something. Oh yeah, and they're being hunted. So that pretty much gives us a general idea of how this is going to go. They're on the boat. They're on the ocean. They got to stop for supplies. They're being hunted while they're arguing with each other. Bang, right there we have Fear the Walking Dead Season 2. And it's going to be, what, 13 episodes, I believe I heard. I could be wrong, but no, 15. That's right, 15. 13 was something else I'm thinking of. Anyway, give me your thoughts and opinions about what do you think is going to come for Fear the Walking Dead Season 2. And also, do not forget the promo breakdown, the new promo breakdown that we got is coming up behind this video in a day or two. Thank you for all the support. We are now at like 67,000. Is it that much? We're close to 67,000 subscribers on the road to 100K. Huge thank you. Keep, hitting that like button, spreading the word of mouth, sharing on social media. You guys are helping out a ton. Also, suggestions for any other different types of videos you want to do for Fear the Walking Dead. For those interested, let it rip down in the comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Subscribe now.